Are you okay? It's here.
I'm way better now that I'm here.
That's right. See, I'm a
cute baby.
I'm a good boy.
Let's go put you up. Get you some.
Okay, Merry Christmas. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
You can put that forward, so if you're comfortable with that, that would be wonderful. If not, there's 7 days a week from 11:30 to 4.
They have these guys in road like red. Look at all this. You're going home. You're not going back to your room. You're going to your new house. You're a goof butt. You're a goof butt. He's over on his back, rolling, pulling the covers on top of him. I love you. You're so goofy. We should have named you Goofy. Loretta Hyde, Animal Rescue League. I'm the founder and the director since 1995. I've always loved animals. That's a given. But my parents never really let us have pets. So I always told my mom that when I get older and I have my own place, I'll have as many dogs and cats as I want. Never planned on, 30,000, but here it is. There was a mommy dog and her 2 puppies that got me started. And something killed the puppies, and my husband had told me at work, don't worry about the black dog anymore, that she, Animal Services picked her up. If everybody knows, black dogs do hardly ever get rescued for whatever reason. So when I got off work, I didn't tell him, but I went straight to Animal Services, which was still on Paisano, and I said, you have my dog? And they said, well, what's her tag number or whatever? And I'm like, I'm making all this up. So it's like, she doesn't have shots. I need to get her shots. So they said, well, go back there and look for your dog. So they took me to the back and they left me there looking through all these cages of all the dogs that had been picked up. And I accidentally opened the door to the freezer. And when I did, I saw all the dogs they had euthanized, and they still had shots, needles in their arms, had the babies laying on the mama's stomach. It's something that you'll never forget. And I was boo-hooing when I came out, but I found my dog, and I took her home that night, and it's like my husband goes, I shouldn't have told you, and I said, and I would have never forgiven you if you hadn't. So I don't think people realize how many animals get picked up every day, how many get euthanized, and it's better now than it was then, but it's still not good enough. So my job's not done until we are no kill. And I mean literally no euthanasia unless the dog needs to be euthanized because of medical or behavioral or something that can't be fixed. And that would be the only reason that you'd want to let the dog go to heaven. That's just me, but that's my goal. When I take dogs, it's with the understanding that I want to save that life, get that life in here, get it vetted, find a great home, and save another one. Usually what I tell people, it's a revolving door. One goes out, 10 come in. It's never one goes out and one comes in. It's always more.
I hear this meow, meow. And I see these people over by the freeway, you know, because it's right there on the freeway. And they were looking under a bush and stuff like that. And then they got in their car and left. And then I still hear the meow, meow, meow. So I said, well, I can't leave. I gotta go make sure. So this is Rudy. So he was under the bush on the next to the freeway. And I took him home with me. And then he's been here for about 3 weeks now.
I think
Maybe
about
a month, yeah.
2 months.
He was under that bush meowing, saying, hey, somebody come get me, because I don't want to live at Rudy's or be smooshed on the freeway.
I'm the one that has a staff shirt.
This is their treat. It's pumpkin peanut butter. I'm telling you, they know. They've been waiting. They're like, where the heck is that woman? I know. It's like, oh my God. I think that's going to be enough there. When Caesar comes to visit us, he always mixes his dog food with my hand. He says it's done with love. I seem to know the difference. I don't know what it is. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Come on. Open the door. Come on. Not yet. Come. Good girl. Go get your breakfast. Go get your breakfast. It's right there, Lucy. There it is. Okay. All right. Good job. Number 2 puppies.
Did you get one, Reba?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And she looked at it like, eh. Go get your breakfast. That's happy Thanksgiving breakfast. Happy Thanksgiving breakfast. Go get it. You were so cute. Go get it. Nom. Fresh water. Fresh water. Yes. Come on. Get the good stuff. Come on. Hey. Hey. I love you too. You're so cute. Oh, eat your breakfast. Good morning. Happy Thanksgiving breakfast. Happy Thanksgiving. It's too cold up there, so we don't do it. Oh, I'm coming, Fred.
It's all about being their voice for when nobody else cares. Rescues care. They don't do this because they're pat on the back. They don't do it because you make big money, because you don't. More money that I make goes back into them. So, You do it because you love animals and this is your passion.
I need a Tuesday person. I need a Thursday morning
If you don't have
person.
the energy and the time to put into, a young dog, especially if it's going to be a big dog later on, or even little dogs that get under your feet, and you can barely walk, you're going to trip, and then that's going to be a disaster in itself. And who's going to outlive who? Let's think ahead and make plans and think about what you're getting and how much time you have. And, are you home all day if you get a puppy at first? Don't take a puppy home and stick it in your backyard. And then, 7 months later, oh, the dog jumps on me, or it's not behaving. Well, that's your own fault. It's not the dog's fault. So let's think about what you're getting.
When he went to get neutered, it was like, sitting in the back of the cage, and again, like, Birdie's taking me. So, whoever gets him, they're gonna have to understand, he's not gonna come around in 2 weeks. It's gonna take a month or two for him to trust and get his confidence up, because he is just so timid. We've only had him maybe 10 days. He just melts when another dog comes around.
Our application is pretty thorough, and we ask if they've had pets, what happened to them. If we don't want to set the dog up for failure, or the kitty, we don't want to set the family up for failure. If it's not the right dog or cat for that situation, then let's help them find the right animal that would be best suited for what their needs are, what their expectations are. So let's just, do the best you can to place that animal back into a loving home that's a forever home.
Isn't that crazy? Looks just like him. Well, he's old. She's old. She's getting hairs.
And have you adopted from here before?
We adopted Coco from here before. We had done our research. We had done all day looking for dogs all over. We had our list, and she was the last one on the list. And she just came out and just sat with us. It was
Not a needle.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, this is the dog for us.
This is for testing for heartworms. We do everything ourselves so we don't have to pay a vet. That way we save more money to save more lives. If we can do everything ourselves. Except for the neuter and the rabies, because it's required by law to have a licensed vet. The arms like this are hard to get blood on because they're like roly-poly veins. Thank you. Just that simple.
We've been told that we're pretty picky, but again, it's with the result of not having many animals getting returned. So if that's one animal that goes to the right home, I'm okay with being picky.
Come on, big boy. All right, boss. I love you. Be a good boy. This is your last home, okay? Oh, I love it. Thank you so much.
Rescues, we take home the ones that are going to be probably not so adoptable, so they don't have to sit here. But these guys that are here are all adoptable. And they may have their little quirks or they may have their issues, but they're still going to make great family pets.
Let's go. No, I know that's where you're. Hocus and Pocus.
They came from Animal Services.
Animal Services.
Yeah.
I think
They
you
were on death row to be euthanized.
Oh wow.
And I had just taken the 2 labs and they sent me pictures of them and said, "Will you take these 2 as well?" And I said yes.
I think
And then as soon as they came in, there, sick. So They've been treated since October. They've been here since October. Brother just died last week, 2 weeks ago. He didn't make an octopus without him one. Now he gives it to yeah.
Don't express trust in here now. It's not you, okay?
I know.
Look at that. Fancy schmancy.
Yvonne. Yes. These two have names now.
Oh, yes.
There's their shots.
Merry
Well,
But I'm like, that's a good word for it. Yes.
Come on, I got my keys. Can you follow me?
Dog runs when they were feeling
Can you
better.
follow me?
They used the doggy door. They were outgoing. They were coming up to people, strangers. They came up to the fence. She was great. She's, since her brother has gone, she's more like Jersey kind of thing.
he was maybe the leader.
So the things, you don't know, they're really mature.
These ones here. This one I have thankful for my owner and thankful for my owner.
Which one? That one?
I like that one.
Yeah? Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, no. What is it? What is it? But right now, I would definitely just use this to that way she's not like able to get out.
And is she picky about brand?
As long as it's good quality dry kibble, and then the Little Caesar, she doesn't care what brand or
Okay.
what flavor.
Because we give, what's we give DJ?
Wellness.
Well, we give our cat wellness, and maybe we'll just
That's
stick
good
with that
stuff.
brand.
Yeah, that's very good. So I'm gonna set these down with her, or put it with her folder. Okay.
I wanna go home now.
Oh, we are.
I'm gonna put her down as Pocus. I don't know.
We'll probably come up with something.
Okay, great.
That's very good.
We just rebuilt all the runs because I made them last almost 25 years with the rinky dink that we had. But all this has cost like almost, I'm going to say over 300,000 that we've just rebuilt. And people have bought the runs to put their name on them. So they sponsored each run. So and we're going to have, when COVID hit, that just shut us down as far as doing any, like come and celebrate our new facility, da-da-da-da. But that's coming up this year for sure. So we're going to have a big to-do, and we're going to have their plaques with their names on it, on who bought what, kennel or whatever, in honor of the babies that they had adopted here that are no longer with us. So my bills are probably $30,000 to $40,000 a month, and we've been here over, 27 years now? And I guess people feel like what we do is a good thing because they keep us going. And some months it's tight, especially if you have a lot of broken legs or hit by a car or, heartworm, positive dogs or whatever. And the vets give us a discount, but it's still a lot of money. It's a blessing just for people to come back and say, I got my doggie here 15 years ago, best dog I ever had, I love him so much, and we're back to adopt another one. Or we got this one, we need a friend, Loretta, we trust you, if you help us pick out another baby.
You'll see that he comes, out of his shell.
And my staff, who I couldn't do without, because I don't do this by myself. You can't. I mean, there's just so much work, so much attention, so much love, so much that goes back into these babies to know, that we're doing the right thing for all the animals. Yeah, it's you do it for the right reason. You have to. You don't last if you don't.
Let me just tell you while you're here, and I know you're doing all that, but we couldn't do this without our donors and our supporters because we work by donations, right? And if people didn't think what we did was so important, then we wouldn't be here almost 30 years later. So they just need to know on Thanksgiving and every day of the year that we're grateful and
we'll keep doing the work as long as you guys support us and keep us going and saving lives. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We do appreciate every dollar, every penny that you guys send in. And it's definitely worthwhile when you get to help these babies find forever homes.